I don't know.
Maybe. Well, okay, speak for yourself. I'm still young.
Hey, you're not that.
Yeah,
that
I know.
young anymore.
Turning 23 in a week. Yeah. But you know what? God damn it. I love, CPMA. I love the Quake 3 mods that have been around. And yes, OSP for Quake 2 still used a bit. Even though OSP has been kind of traded out for CPMA on Quake 3 and open TDM for Quake 2, I mean, you cannot ignore the influence that it had on the Quake scene. Or maybe I can. But
no, you really
yeah.
can't. You really can't.
But we've got 5 minutes left here on the clock. We've got a mega pickup by Basic, which is going to be saving his ass just a little bit more. Picking up Portal Yellow on his way back, looking for the rail shot. And really, those rail shots have been his saving grace, keeping this thing somewhat close. And in 5 minutes, you know what? 6 frags is entirely doable here. Basic coming back around to Plasma Yellow. Nades are going to be a major problem once again. Zero's been rocking those nades all day long here so far. Basic is going to be hurting once again. Is going to be willing to risk the jump over to red armor. Ends up not getting quite punished for it. Zero's rails have been a little bit off the mark so far. And Zero comes back around here. Basic is going to be nailed on down by the LG. Zero picking up another frag, but he still looks rather weak. So Basic
way early for red.
Yeah. But he might be looking to MG sets him down. In fact, takes him down to 23 health. And if he had, if he had ducked back for a rocket launcher, he really could have had something on the response for that attempted red armor grab.
And it's sort of a shame that Basic didn't press his luck there, realizing that Zeroless was way early for red. Even though he died, he might have been able to come back for a quick kill, but we see now Zero is back in great fighting shape. The Mega Health did go to Basic, though. Of course, he lacks a railgun. He does have rockets. Fight breaks out at Plasma Yellow. We got Zeroless feeling fearless as he jumps into the path of Basic one more time. And now 28 health, 17 health. He finishes off with a lightning gun. And actually, let's see. I don't think I have a key bound to info.
Oh. Well, actually, right now we're looking at 36% railgun accuracy. Down to 33 in that last fight for Basic, and 36% accuracy of railgun for Zero. Make that 38 with that very nice shot indeed. And the play from these guys, especially on very familiar Quake Live maps like ZTN, might surprise some of the younger players out there who are more used to just Quake Live, just because you see these guys making a lot more what some would consider awkward plays, but that's because they're hurting a lot more. They're doing more damage to each other. Yeah. They don't have as much time to kind of faff about, yummy Gibbs, to faff about and just kind of stack up and stack up and stack up. A lot of this comes down to, you make a frag, but you're down to 20, 40 health more often than you are in many other games. So there's a potential for more comebacks, but so far Basic has not been able to stem that tide that Zero's been putting together.
And with just a handful of minutes left, I think that we can safely say with that beautiful, mostly spawn frag run, that Zeroless will be moving on to face off against 0-4 in the first official round. Once again, guys, this is a preliminary round that we are getting knocked out of the way. And just as a quick reminder, unlike Quake Live, where the duels last 10 minutes, these are 15-minute long bouts. And that's a great set of shotgun. Boom! Right to the face. 21-4.
Indeed, so it's looking like a bit of a steamroll for Zero, but the fact that these guys are not the most experienced of players, I mean, it's really a good sign in my book. It means that people are still willing to come in, play Quake 3, play CPM, or, in DQ3 mode. Either way, there's still a lot of activity, and if you go check out the CPM pickup servers, there's a lot of activity there, and I think the efforts of people like Wally and the rest of the AG crew are really going to be helping out a lot. So Basic, thank you for being here, but I think you're about to be eliminated.
Well, there is, of course, a lower bracket.
Yeah,
but,
for preliminaries, do you get knocked down to lower bracket, or are you just OEC out? Yeah.
You need to ask the admins.
Yeah, Greased and Jahar never have any idea what's going on, mostly because there's a lot going on all the time. We can't keep track of everything, but again,
we
that's
get
mostly
our stuff working.
Well,
and
hey.
straight.
Yeah.
And that's our job. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
1 minute warning. Zeroless pulling out the gauntlet and having a little bit of fun. Best of 3 in winners bracket. If you lose, you go to losers brackets. Oh, I don't have it anymore. where it's
Oh,
also best of
and
three. So-
Facebreaker just mentioned that Basic is a silent gamer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, so Wally is actually changing a few things around just to make sure that everybody who signed up gets plenty of playtime, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah. That's a very smart and wise and kind thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Zerolist, though, about to take it. 15 seconds left. And I have to say, it's so much fun to see Quake 3 again. You know, after
Oh, yeah.
so much time watching Quake Live. It's nice to see that Quake 3 is still alive and kicking quite well. And so is Zerolist, as we finish up with
Absolutely.
28-6.
So it looks like they might be looking to swap servers. Would this be a good time for us to swap servers?
I think it would be. I think it would be.
And this stream is going to be a bit of a preview of what we want to provide as TastySpleen.tv. We don't only do, Quake 3, but, Quake 2, Warsaw, Urban Terror. You can see all of our archive stuff that we've been doing for about the past year, but we've been doing so with kind of hampered hardware, and we definitely want to bring that up to the levels that our colleagues have always been rocking as well. So it's something that we have a huge desire for, and you guys have made a lot of that possible. As you can see, we have a $600 donation target, and we've already gathered up about 398 of that. And people like Amp, Zypher, PV, CSC from loads of different communities, loads of different backgrounds have chipped in to make this thing possible. So we're so close, and hopefully we'll be able to make that happen very soon. To be specific, and you can see more specifics when you click on the donate link, there's fancy pictures and stuff too. We're going to be looking to upgrade to an i7 motherboard and processor. So that'll mean full video mixing, high quality stream, multiple streams, all that jazz. All right, guys, so it looks like Hour and CKKZ will be our next matchup here on ZTN. We're changing time limit to 5? What? Oh, they're playing the last 5 minutes of their match. Oh, okay. As long as Wally knows what's going on. Oh, okay, because they already played 10 minutes, but they didn't know it was 15, so they're playing the last 5 minutes. Okay, so this will be a good way to get a morsel of these guys in the preliminaries. But yeah, MIA, now AG, I mean, this is kind of their kickoff event, and we've had a lot of players come in for this, and quite a few familiar names as well, and I'm sure Wally's fairly pleased about that. A few no-shows, but that kind of comes with the territory. But previously, as MIA, they were rocking all sorts of events. You can find a lot of the VODs on TastySpleen.tv. Capture the Flag, kind of exhibition matches for that as well. Dual both, CPM and VQ3, and I think 2v2 TDM. Yes, TDM as well. So yeah, there's been a lot of events coming from these guys, and they've been so adamant about it. I mean, you can just see Wally's just kind of enthusiasm about a lot of these events, and it's been contagious. I mean, we've all been getting rather excited about it. But it looks like we got a countdown here. Going to be following CKKZ off the bat here for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I have a stupid question. Why can't I follow players right now?
Follow. Just do follow next, follow previous to start it, and then you could use, your jump button or whatever to cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
There you go. I know, it's a little
I got
weird.
it.
Yeah. But Hour right
So,
now,
we're live.
he's already stacked back up on Mega and a bit of armor. No real sight of his opponent yet. CKKZ rushes on by in order to grab himself an LG. Now he's got that railgun up in his hands, starting back up as well. So right now, the only real advantage up until that rail shot that Hour had was the Mega, but CKKZ is rocking a bit more damage. CKKZ eating rails left and right, though, and he's really got to run out. Challenging for this Mega, not going to be his best bet. Coming back through the teleporter, he's going to be having to hole up in Plasma, but look at this. Hour's already a mile ahead of him. Nice. Very good
Yeah,
work.
that was a great read all around. He pretty much met his opponent at every point, and also hit the critical rails, which CKKZ did not do. So, first frag's gonna go to Howard.
Indeed, and now he's lost sight of his opponent just a little bit as CKKZ spawns back up. Mega's going to be a fight pretty soon, already eating a couple of nades. Where's the rail from CKKZ that needs to connect? Hour's not going to get any damage out of that, but he's not going to receive any either. Finally, the nades are going to be catching up with Hour just a little bit. Finally, there's the shot, and now Hour's got to back off. He's not even wanting to take the risk to take up the 50 there. He's really going to have to kind of soak back on over to the rear end of the map.
Yeah, although he does successfully grab both yellow armors, so now he's back in pretty decent fighting shape for this red. He is out of rails, though, so that makes this long-range fight near impossible. He's going to have to basically resolve to using nades, and honestly needs to be very, very cautious here. CKKZ showing up for red armor. There it is. The grab is taken, but at what cost? Howard, very weak, but did unload a lot of damage as that red armor was picked up. So with Mega in hand now, and this yellow armor, ooh,
oh,
there it looks like Howard beat him to the yellow armor, but either way, CKKZ is able to pick up a pair of frags off of that exchange. So now 3-0. CKKZ needing to get on the board.
And really, CKKZ's, one major weakness here hasn't quite been, his aim exactly or his timing. It's really been the movement. Hour's been able to glide through the map with a bit more ease than CKKZ has been able to, and that's given Hour a lot more opportunities to not only do damage but also steal away a lot of items. Hour doubling back through Portal Yellow, expecting a push, tossing out a little bit of plasma here.
Yeah, let's see where his opponent actually is. Looks like CKKZ is just chilling just below red armor. Gonna rocket jump up to it. He does find his opponent below, but not before he gets railed in the nuts. So that was a nice play by Hour to find CKKZ, and there he is, finds him one more time with a railgun. So, 3 minutes burned away here. No, this is a nice touch there for Hour. Very bad time for CKKZ to cross the map.
Yeah, that was not a bad play for CKKZ to go silent and make an attempt for red armor, but his timing was so off, it gave Hour more than enough time to throw, a lot of, oh, very nice shots there. That's finally going to get him on the board, but it gave Hour enough time to throw a lot of shots over at that portal where CKKZ was not setting up, and it just cost him everything. But now he's got himself back on here. It's going to be a fight for Portal Yellow Armor. And CKKZ is going to be dishing out just as much damage as he's receiving now, but they're both going to be fairly weak. Looking for the rail shot, but this is maybe a risky place to be staging this attack from. He's putting a lot of chips on this Mega.
Yeah, and he's able to collect it. He knows his opponent is up at red armor, fires off a rocket, but it didn't really connect the way that he wanted. So hopping over, we've got Hour with all of that red, and now the yellow armor at portal. A restock on lightning gun. But no railgun, though. So a battle here on the grenade launcher platform could be a bit risky if it's cross-map, and it will be. CKKZ coming back into the room. And Hour
actually
switch up to, oh, wow.
Actually, CKKZ rocket jumped from the grenade launcher platform in order to get back up there, expecting that Hour would be making his approach from that direction. Being wrong was going to be costing him, and that is going to be a little bit of showboating from Hour as well with that rocket. 8-on-1, and we're just a few seconds away from the end of this. I mean, this was really CKKZ's last 5 minutes to pull this map together. I'm not quite sure what the what the score was initially, but now CKKZ is saying, I blame QL.
Well, I mean, it definitely is a different speed, and it definitely feels different. But on the other hand, I mean, I think that we can just safely say that Hour outplayed his opponent 10-1.
Absolutely. So I'm not quite sure where we're going next. Going to be taking a quick look here at the brackets. I'm not sure which of these are going to be buys, which of them are actually still around. But we got Cosmo versus Gills coming up in the first round, CZM and Chill Out. And yes, I do believe we indeed have CZM. Walter is also making an appearance. He's always been fairly active with Quake 3, as well as Gills. And we've also got Lone Wolf and Tyrael moving up into round 1. CZM is going to be facing off against Chill Out. Lower bracket's going to be filled up. And again, Wally is making sure that this weekend is full of Quake 3 action. Well, it looks like Wally's going to be sticking it out here with CKKZ and Hour on Aerowalk. I think we might as well just stick around here because I don't want to dance around on servers too much looking for a game that may or may not be starting. But we're going to be catching this one at the start of it. And have we set this thing to 15 minutes yet? I hope we have.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
And here, actually, CKKZ's rail aim was not off in ZTN. This could actually help him out fairly well. Okay, it was already 15, just making sure. But it looks like these guys are getting started. Hour and CKKZ here on Aerowalk.
All right. So, yep, we are ready to follow the action. And, of course, Aerowalk, I mean, everyone probably lost a night of sleep when Aerowalk came out for Quake Live. I think it's one of the best maps ever.